Hi everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to write sports articles using AI agent. So let's suppose I'm running local sports news and I want to improve my online presence. For that, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build the connection in such a way that whenever I'm going to add a new detail or a new data or the new news in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, the content or the post will be automatically created with the help of OpenAI. Here I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and then the post will be automatically created on the WordPress. Now if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to write sports articles using AI agent. For this, I've created an automation workflow where I've built connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress. And now we are going to test this automation workflow once, whether it is working fine or not. For that, I'm going to open my Google Sheets, and I have created this Google Sheets by the name sports articles, and I have all these fields: date, article, title, article type, team, players, match, even input, opinion, angle, tone and status. As soon as I add all these fields, automatically a post should be created and posted on my WordPress, and this will show us the connection setup that we have created between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress. That is fine. So here I'm going to add all the details so here I have entered all the details. The date is 16th May 2025. We have this article title as Shivaji CC outclasses Falcon in T20 final. We have this article type match summary, and then we have the rest of the details. Now based on all the details which I have entered in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, a post should be automatically created in my WordPress, and I'm going to refresh this page once. And you will see that instantly and in no time we have created this post. I'm going to click on this view, Shivaji CC outclasses Falcon in T20 final, and this is the post which we have generated automatically. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to write sports articles using AI agent. For this, I'm going to create automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in, and here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button, and first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to write sports articles using AI agent, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. So here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to write sports articles using AI agent, which means whenever I'm going to add some details in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, a post or the article will be automatically generated with the help of AI agent. Here I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and it will be automatically created as a post on my WordPress. Trigger says when this happens. So when I'm going to add all the fields in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, action says do this. Create an article or the post, and then create a post on WordPress. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Sheets, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI, which is my AI agent, and then WordPress, on which I want to create this article or the post. So here in my trigger application, let's quickly take Google Sheets. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new or updated spreadsheet row. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets, for which a webhook URL is provided to me. And this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Sheets. So this is my Google Sheet spreadsheet which I have created by the name sports articles, and I have all these fields. Now I'm quickly going to add all the details in the field. So here I've entered all the details. The date is 15th May. Then the article title is Test User Wins Gold at State Karate Finals. So I have used some dummy details. The article type is Match Summary. Teams of the players were Test User and Latest User. Then the match of the event input, Test User defeated Latest User 3-0 in the final round of the State Karate Championship 60 kg category. And then we have this opinion or the angle, then we have the tone, and then we have the status. Now I want to send all the details to my Pabbly Connect workflow so that this data can be processed and an article could be generated on this. For that, what we have to do, we have to go towards this extensions, go to add-ons, and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me, where I need to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks, and it is showing install because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now after that you install this, it will start appearing over here, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then you have to go towards this initial setup. Now this box has appeared in front of me, where I need to enter this webhook URL and the trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL and I'm going to paste that webhook URL over here. Next, I need to enter the trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data entry column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Here in this particular Google Sheet spreadsheet, my final data entry column is column H, which means it is the final data entry column or the end column or the trigger column. This particular column is the final data entry column, and the final data entry column happens to be the trigger column. So here I'm going to add trigger column as column H, and then I'm going to click on the send test. You will see the test data will be sent successfully. Here Pabbly Connect has received all this data, and now to make the setup I have to click on the submit. So here setup configured successfully. I have successfully added the webhook URL which I was provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow here in this particular Google Sheet spreadsheet, and now I have to follow a very important step. I have to go towards this extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then click on the send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. Over here, as soon as I've sent the data, let's check my Pabbly Connect workflow, and here we can see that we have received the response. The trigger column was H, tone was informative, then the team and the players were test user, latest user, the status was final. Here we have the spreadsheet name, and then we have the rest of the details like the match input, opinion, date, and the article type and the article title. Now here we can say that as soon as I have added the details, I have received that in my Pabbly Connect workflow, and this shows the connection setup that we have created between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, that is successful. And now whenever I'm going to add new detail in this particular spreadsheet, I will start capturing that here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever I have added a detail, I want to generate or create an article on that. So for that, I am going to take my action application, which is my AI agent, as the OpenAI. And then in my action event, I'm going to select this as ChatGPT and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the help desk given below, I'm going to enter this token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink, and it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to name this key. So let's say the name is test. The project will be default project and the permissions will be all, and then I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to me, which I need to copy and simply paste that over here. Here, as I've already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. That's why I'm going to go with the existing connection and then click on save. Here, OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter the AI model and the prompt. Now in this drop down, I can find all the AI models which I have. I'm going to select this as GPT-4o Mini. If you do not find your AI model, simply toggle on this mapping button, remove this AI model and enter your own AI model. As I have my AI model, I have entered that. Next, I need to enter this prompt. So here I have entered this prompt. Write a dash article in a dash style based on the following details: date, team, players involved, match, event summary, include the following opinion or the editorial angle. The article should be approximately 300 words, informative and engaging. Make sure to highlight key performance and significant moments from the match or the event. Now over here you can exceed or decrease the word limit, and then I'm going to enter all these details. But I'm not going to enter these details manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. Now here I've received the response from Google Sheets, and when I click on this field, I can see this Google Sheets. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I've received from there. Here I need to enter the date. So I have entered the date, and then I need to enter the team or the players, which is latest user and the test user. And then I need to enter the match or the event summary. So the match or the event summary is this: test user defeated latest user. Then we have this opinion or the angle, test user sharp technique and calm under pressure. And then we have this article type and tone. So here the article type was match summary, and then the tone was informative local sports tone. Now here I have added all the details. Now over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I've entered all these details, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and you will see an article will be generated automatically based on the same information itself. So here I have received this response. If I open this message content, here I have my article. Let's open this, and this is the article which I have received. Local karate star shines at state championship. Then we have the rest of the details like the date and the event, and then here is the post or the content. Now I'm going to post this entirely on my WordPress, and for that I'm going to click on this add action step button, and then in my action application I will be taking WordPress where I will be creating this post, and then in my action event I'm going to select this as create a post and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and then to make this connection you have to enter all these details. You have to get this base URL. So if you open your WordPress, on the top in this URL till WP3, this will become your base URL, and then you have to enter your login credentials like the email or the password, and then you simply need to click on the save, and your WordPress will be connected to Pabbly Connect. Here I have already created this connection multiple times, that's why I'm going to go with this existing connection and then go with save. So here WordPress is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter all these details. So first I'm going to select my post type as post, and then I'm going to enter the post title as this one: test user wins gold at state karate finals, and then I'm going to enter the post content as the message content which I've received from my response, local karate, this one. Now over here the slug excerpt are not required fields, so I'm going to skip this. The status remain publish. If you want to change the status, you can select from this drop down. The category ID and the tags are not required fields, so I'm going to skip this. In this featured media ID, I'm going to toggle on this mapping button, remove this featured media ID, and I'm going to enter nothing. If I select that, it will become static and keep posting on all of my posts. So here the format remains standard. The ping status is open, comment status is open, and I'm going to select my author ID, and then the sticky will remain false, and then the rest of the fields are not required ones, so we are going to skip this. I have entered or map all the details, and now I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and you will see a post will be created and posted on my WordPress. So let's wait for the response. So here I have received this response, and this response is a positive one. So I'm going to open my WordPress, and from here on the left hand side where I can see all these options, so I'm going to click on this post and then click on this all posts. So here we can see that this post has been created. Test user wins gold at state karate finals. We are going to click on this view, and we can see this post has been created automatically and instantly. Now to summarize, with the Google Sheets, the Trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL, we enter the data in the Google Sheets spreadsheet and receive that response in Pabbly Connect workflow, and based on that we wanted to generate the article, so we took OpenAI to generate this article, and then to create a post we took WordPress. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.